When Igbos supported and voted overwhelmingly for Obasanjo, they were not bigots. When Igbos supported and voted overwhelmingly for Yar'Adua, they also were not bigots. When Igbos voted, supported Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, they were not bigots. When Igbos voted, supported overwhelmingly Atiku Abubakar, they were not bigots. It was when Igbos now supported and voted for Peter Obi that all of a sudden they become bigots. There is a very vile thing that Tinubu has done to Nigeria, which is worse than the bad governance that we all are experiencing, and that is the bigotry that he has unleashed. It is unbelievable that all of a sudden there is this attack on the Igbo people. And I tell you right now, it started going towards the 2023 election, and as we are, they are already in 2027 election. Abike Dabiri recently, was very passionately, as she said, doing her job, went after a lady who had called for massacre of citizens, both the Yorubas and the Edos. I'm from Edo State anyways. And she said she's doing her job. It's a good thing to do your job. But one of the things that we must understand is that selective justice or selective prosecution is injustice in itself. There's an article that someone wrote, David, and he talked about the fact that how all of a sudden the House of Representatives, whether it's a house sitting, whatever, from there's a letter to this lady to have this lady prosecuted and all of that. They say they're all doing their jobs, right? But what about all those other people who have been calling for attacks on other tribes who happen not to be Igbos? Why are they not being prosecuted? By the way, this lady did not act in the capacity of an Igbo person. She acted in the capacity of someone who had vile thoughts and would even think of harming anyone. For me, there's always something, when things are happening, you always look at what are those dots that need to be connected, that are not being connected. There's always something going on. And if you sit down and observe and watch carefully, you will see the dots as they are being connected. This is all about 2027 election. There are people who are afraid that once again, Mr. Peter Obi will come out and run. And not only will he win as he did before, he will have more votes because there are more people now who are ready to support him. There are more people who have seen that indeed he has what it takes, and indeed the people are willing and ready to stand. There are people who in 2023 knew that Peter Obi was the best candidate, but of course, being rational and thinking in a rational manner, they felt that, well, it was too short a time for him to be able to gather enough votes to win, and they wouldn't want to waste their votes. But now, those people have seen that it's not that was what they thought was going to happen, was not what happened, and they're going to give him more support. There are other people also who in their own way, they thought Tinubu was going to do something, and they gave him the votes that they gave him, even though it was not enough for him to win, but it was enough for him to rig election. And most of those people have seen that the master strategies that they thought they had have no strategy, and right now they're thinking Peter Obi. Then, of course, you look at the angle from the north, where this incompetence, this bad governance, this insecurity has done more. Even things are worse than what it was during Buhari. And most of these people, they no longer want Tinubu. They no longer want anything called the Muslim ticket. Some of them are even saying that a Christian ticket would be better than the Muslim ticket. There's a whole lot that is going on. There's a silent revolution that is going on in Nigeria. And let me just quickly digress and add one thing to say to us all. What the NSAS did to the southern youth is the same thing that the End Bad Governance protest has also done to the Northern youth. An awakening of understanding the relationship between governance and people's lives. And this time, the Northern youth are also ready to stand. They're no longer allowing themselves to be divided, allowing themselves to be controlled by their elders and also by the religious rulers. For the first time, you will see Malams are speaking and the youth are challenging them and telling them to shut up. Yes, that is what is happening. And to the political class that have also always controlled the Northern voting bloc, it's something that they are afraid of. And what have they turned to is bigotry, bigotry, bigotry. There is this concerted hatred towards the Igbo people all of a sudden, because one of them dared not only to run for election but to win that election and to get the overwhelming support of the people around. And so while I see Abike Dabiri and I'm thinking, why do you have this selective, prosecution that is happening? There have been a lot of evidence. Videos have come out of different people who have called for, massacres and killings of Igbos, people who are from other tribes, people who are even from Abike Dabiri's tribe. It's unfortunate that Nigeria has gotten to a place where we are talking on issues based on the tribe that someone is from. But you know why? Right now, there is no legal action. Government has not done anything. NIDCOM hasn't done anything, because at the end of the day, they want to be able to say, oh, it was the Igbos that were doing bigotry. And so because of that, see an evidence from this lady in Canada, that blah, 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 blah. That's what they're trying to do. And they are working towards 2027. It's all to put Igbos and to put Peter Obi in a bad light. This bigotry did not start today. This bigotry started way right from 2019, when you heard the wife of the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, talking about driving Igbos away, taking away their properties. That is it. Tinubu has also, there has been reports of Tinubu where he has also, put out some statements that, they were leading to something. So, citizens of Nigeria, the fight has started. And one of the things that I always say is that good must be more tenacious than evil. For those who want the betterment of Nigeria, we cannot afford to be tired. I did a tweet earlier and someone said, I'm tired. We are tired. And I said to her, I know, I understand that they're doing everything to overwhelm. But the fuel that we must always take, and we must always imbibe it and inhale it, is that those who do evil, they are tireless. They never give up. They are on. And so those who want the betterment of the nation and of the people, those who do good, must also never be tired. Sometimes there's an arrogance that comes from the father. Oh, I'm doing this thing, I've been doing this thing, I'm doing for the people, I'm doing it this, I want to give up. No. What have we done? Nothing. And so until we get to that place where there's good governance, accountability, and transparency in Nigeria, until we get to that place where the child of nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody, we have no business of being tired. Thank you so much.